Hey guys, it's Steph. Welcome back. I'm just going to do a really quick video today. I'm hoping that I can do this in one take because I have a lot of things to do. And that is to talk about the things that I think are going to happen in Big Little Lies. I'm 87 pages in and I already feel like I know the entire novel and all of the little twists that Moriarty likes to write in there that I don't actually consider to be twists. But that everybody else loves. Now I'm 87 pages in, this is a 500-page book. I could be completely off base, but these are just some things that I'm picking up on, and I really do hope that I'm wrong, because if I'm correct, I'm not going to finish the book. If I'm wrong, I will read it because I'm interested to know how she duped me. So that being said, the book basically takes place in Sydney, Australia, and there are these three mothers of kindergartners. There's Jane, the mother of Ziggy, Madeline, the mother of Chloe, and Celeste, the mother of Josh and Max. Jane is a young mom, Ziggy's father is not in their lives, and you're kind of led to believe that Ziggy was like the product of a one-night stand at the very beginning of the book. There is Madeline, who is kind of this mother hen, overprotective character, and Celeste, who has this beautiful life, like the life everybody dreams of. Rich, she's beautiful, she has great kids. The whole kit and caboodle. The difference is that Celeste's husband likes to beat the crap out of her. Jane, like I said, the father is not in their lives. So basically the book starts out where it is kind of this murder detective or murder investigation, and he's interviewing all these women, and then we flash back to 6 months before the murder. Now, I'm going to go through my 4 theories for what this book is about. These are strictly guesses. I have not read any reviews. I have not watched any of the trailers for the HBO series. I have not done anything. Basically, when I'm looking for a book to read, I go online, I see how many stars it got, I read the blurb, and that's it. I do not read any reviews so that I don't have somebody else's opinions tainting the way that I feel about the novel. So I'm just going to dive right in. Basically, I have 4 theories about this book. The very first theory is that Jane's son Ziggy is the product of rape. And I say that because throughout the novel, or at least in the first 87 pages, we're led to believe at first that this was kind of a one-night stand between Jane and some other guy when she was really young. But then when Ziggy is accused of being the kindergarten bully, Jane, while she doesn't want to believe that this is true, she kind of has this internal dialogue where she thinks, oh my gosh, maybe it is true, because she has these there's these little pieces of dialogue that say that she conceived Ziggy in a violent way, which obviously would lead me to believe that it's rape. So my first theory is that Ziggy is the product of rape, and that Jane is afraid that these violent tendencies are making themselves known in Ziggy, and that's why he could potentially be the kindergarten bully. Now, theory number 2, and it seems kind of strange until I have proof that it is actually true, and that is that Celeste's husband Perry is the father of Ziggy, which also means that he is Jane's rapist. And I say that because on 81 in the novel, this is Celeste having some internal dialogue with herself, and it says, but then again, there was something about Ziggy. She'd only seen him briefly at the school, and she couldn't put her finger on exactly what it was about his face, but there was something about him that made her feel off balance, something that filled her with mistrust. Now, why on earth would a woman say that about a 5-year-old unless that 5-year-old looked like the husband that beats the crap out of you? So it leads me to believe that Ziggy is Perry's son and that he looks like Perry, and that's what gives Celeste that feeling of mistrust because Perry beats the crap out of her. So theory number 1, Ziggy's a product of rape. Theory number 2, the rapist is Perry, which means that Ziggy is Perry's son. Now my third theory, I don't really have a lot of data to support it, but my third theory is that the person who is murdered in the novel is Perry. Like I said, I don't really have a lot of data to support that, but I feel it in my bones, so I'm gonna roll with it. Theory number 4, this is my final theory, and that is that if in fact Perry is the one who is murdered, he has not been murdered by Jane, Madeline, or Celeste, as the author would like to direct us to believe. Now, I don't know if Moriarty thinks that her readers are stupid or if she's trying to force a twist on all of us that isn't really necessary. But the reason why I do not think that it's one of the three, even though these three have motive. Now, Jane, she has motive because if in fact Perry raped her, obviously you would think that that would give her motive. 2, Madeline. While she could potentially have motive, I don't think that this is an option. While she could be really overprotective, and if she finds out that Perry's been beating his wife, who is her very good friend, that could cause her to, you know, want to whack him. But I don't think that that's the case. And then 3rd is Celeste, and obviously if she's been being beat by her husband and she's thought about leaving him, it makes perfect sense that she could possibly be the one who killed him. Now, that being said, those are the 3 people who I think Moriarty wants us to believe have killed Perry. I do not think that those 3 actually did it. And I say that because there's this whole like Greek chorus that's going on around the murder investigation. And there's about 10 or 12 people who are being interviewed, and they're all kind of throwing shade at our 3 main characters. And they're talking about this whole event and like Ziggy being a bully and how they were drinking champagne in the morning and, you know, all this stuff. And I think that Moriarty is trying to direct us to think that one of those 3 killed Perry. I do not think, though, that it actually happened. I think that she is being deliberately misleading in trying to build us up to think that one of those 3 did it just to tear us back down. And that's freaking irritating because I don't think that you should trick your readers. There are ways to make twists and to make plots and to have like, oh my gosh moments in a book without treating your reader like a Labrador. I don't know. I don't like it. Now, I will say I do not know, and I don't have a theory who killed Perry, because I do not think it was those 3, and I haven't read far enough into the novel to actually have any kind of characterization of anybody else, so I can't really pinpoint it. I will say, though, that please, 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 if I am wrong about all of these guesses, please put it in the comments, put it on my Instagram, send me a tweet, because if I'm wrong, I want to finish the book, because if I've already thought all of these theories and I'm wrong, then that means that Moriarty has done a fantastic job of throwing me off the scent. If I am right, please tell me that as well, because if I'm right, I'm not going to finish this book. Honestly, it will probably go on my shelf, or more likely I'll donate it to my local library or my mother-in-law, because I just cannot suffer through another 400 pages of a novel that I have already figured out. It does nothing for me. And if it's also true, I'm done with her. And I say that because she writes pretty hefty books. Like 500 pages is a pretty good sized book. And for me to have figured it out in 81, I'm just done. So please tell me if I'm wrong. I hate to write off an author just because maybe I'm smarter than they think that I am, or because I'm annoyed. So please tell me. I would really appreciate that, because I hate to write somebody off for something like this. So as always, you can follow me on Twitter at BiblioBlurbsFL, on Instagram at BiblioBlurbs. Of course, I'm on Goodreads and here at the channel. Thank you so much, guys, and happy reading. Have a good day.